Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio, brought to you by championnews.net. This is Carol Parisi and C. Stephen Tucker. The truth about Obamacare is with us today. And during the break, we were talking about implications on Illinois.
Yeah.
All those billions of dollars.
Yep.
And Blagocare, did you call it?
Blagocare, yes. Everybody points to Massachusetts, but in Illinois, we have the example led to us by our recently incarcerated governor, Rod Blagojevich, when he rapidly expanded our federal S-chip bill. When President Bush signed the federal S-chip bill, it was
What is the federal S-chip bill?
The S-chip bill was a federal bill that was passed that said that, and it was supported on a bipartisan basis, that children of the poor should receive free, or at least heavily subsidized by the taxpayer, health care or health insurance. Okay. So that was supported on a bipartisan basis. It was funded by the Bush administration. It was refunded under the Obama administration in 2009 with billions more of our tax dollars. What Blago decided to do arbitrarily on a state basis is take that federal S-chip program and expand it to not only the mother of the child, but also the father of the child. And they were able to do so by just providing a utility bill that shows that they live with the mother of the child. So
even if they're not married?
Oh no, not even if they're not married. Not even if they're here legally.
Do they have to do a DNA test to prove that they're?
Oh no.
So you could just say, "I'm baby daddy."
Yeah.
This is like getting health care by getting a job, except all you got to do is get a concubine.
Exactly.
You don't even have to prove it, though.
That's right. And now it has cost this state billions of dollars. And when you do these things and you rapidly expand bills that were not meant to provide for those who are here illegally, the mother and the father of the child, you do nothing but disenfranchise the people who those programs were designed to help.
Sure.
In Illinois, there was a recent study done where children who have throat cancer, they have a 1 in 3 chance of actually seeing an oncologist to treat their throat cancer because these doctors' offices are so filled with people who should not be on the Medicaid system, who are not even here legally.
That are gaming the
system. You know, you're beginning to bore me. What I'm hearing here is an unending parade of misfit conclusions about how you get medical care because the fact that the government has stepped in between the user of a service and the provider of the service.
Yes, sir.
They're in between the farmer and the eater.
Yes.
Is what they've done. And that makes big problems all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
And they've just ruined the market for services. Wherever the market is, the government goes in and ruins things. Just think a little bit about education, where the government is the biggest provider of the education for your child. Look at the K-12 system here in Illinois. You've got a great example. It costs $16,000 per child in the K-12 public system. That's like $400,000 per classroom. Woo! That's awfully expensive. You can do homeschooling in 3 hours a day and get a kid that's going to win the national spelling championship and go off to the college of his choice and get a fine job. And your daughter is going to marry a guy like that instead of one of the idiots coming out of the K-12 system that's run by the government. And there's a clear-cut thing. Removing the market has destroyed the public schools. They're expensive and they stink. In Chicago, only half the kids that start in high school will graduate from it. And I'll tell you, when they do graduate, those that do graduate are at the 6th grade level. They aren't capable of holding a job. God help you that your daughter should go and marry one of these nitwits that's come out of the government-run education system. She's going to get a guy that's likely to spend a lot of his life on the dole and loving the government.
Yeah. And yet the people who promote those things, their children go to private schools.
Yeah.
Isn't that ironic? Isn't that hip?
The teachers,
the
most of their
lesson is
children
there.
go to private
Government
schools.
run. The government ought to stay out of everything except the Army. Whoops, maybe we'd be better off with Hertz rent an Army. The courts, well, those are a little bit wobbly too. But we're running out of things that government should really be handling well. And if they'd get out of things like health care and education, maybe we could hold them to good account on running the Army and the court system.
What I find so fascinating is Illinois is already in deep trouble in making their regular payments. Their Medicaid payments are 9 months to 12 months behind. And these are people, you don't even have to be an Illinois resident to get Illinois Medicaid. And now we've got an attorney general. Here's 26 attorney generals in 26 states that have sued over Obamacare. And our attorney general, Lisa Madigan, is
Fully
running
compliant.
in the complete opposite direction.
That's right.
She's
She's
trying to
putting her foot on the
institute
gas.
all of
Right.
Obamacare.
That's correct.
Right.
So Illinois, I mean, in every step, Illinois has made the wrong choice, and we're not going over a cliff. We're already down a rabbit hole that has no
We're
bottom.
terminal. We're terminal. And this Obamacare is going to hurt us even more, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, Jack talked about federal government intervening with everything and ruining everything they touch.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with health insurance. You know,
It's your drunken brother-in-law, really, running the family.
Day 2 of the oral arguments, the attorneys for Barack Obama decided to state that there's $1,000 a year that every private health insurance policyholder pays in what's called uncompensated care. They completely ignore the fact that that bastion of conservatism, New York Times, their own study to find out exactly how much cost shifting is done on private health insurance policies. What does it really cost our United States healthcare system? 1.66%. That's it.
0.66%.
That's it, of total federal health care spending. And it's not being shifted to the private policyholders. It's less revenue to the Fed and to the government because they have to write off all those expenses.